Hey guys, it's Gus
and Carlos from Hardware Unplugged.
and today we're going to be talking about the Swipe Hero mousepads. But before we get started, please make sure to hit that like button to show support. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. With that being said,
Let's begin.
I got down.
Break one.
Where's the race at? Got him.
Right here. Nice, bro. You killed everybody. Good shit. Corner.
Got one down. Got him. Oh, good shit. Bang one. Literally one. I got him.
where?
Oh, I got him. Oh, I got him. I cracked him. Almost cracked him.
Oh, got his ass.
No shot.
Oh, got it. You got it.
Yeah, right here.
Alright, so we have here the Swipe Hero mousepads. We got two versions. We got the pink one, and then we got the monochrome one, the black and white one. Yeah, these were sent out to us by Swipe, the company Swipe. So yeah, thank you very much for sending them out. And this Surface, I heard about Swipe because I was checking up on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I saw their freaking their brand come out. I saw their mousepad come out, and they have a blue one. They have an SP version. That one's more of a cloth feel. This one's a hybrid mousepad.
Yeah.
So a hybrid mousepad, I thought the hybrid mousepads were gonna be something like the Glide 38 or the M500.
Yeah, something like that.
Because the definition of hybrid mousepad has changed since then. Even with the Razer, which one? The one we just finished getting, the Razer Strider.
The Strider, yeah.
The Strider mousepad. That one's labeled as a hybrid mousepad. By the way, review dropping soon. That one labeled as a hybrid mousepad, and that one feels like a Heian, right?
I actually haven't played with it, but that's what I've seen people say online. It feels like
yeah,
a Heian,
I've
so.
tried a little bit. It feels like Heian. And now this one's coming out, and this one by Swipe, they label it as a hybrid mousepad, right? But you know what it actually feels like? Because we've been trying it for a while. So before we get into it, let's talk about the performance-wise, right? The experience with it. So this mousepad, as soon as we took it out of the box, it laid down flat. Well, this one, the pink version, because we got two versions, and the pink one laid down flat. It didn't have any issues laying down. The monochrome one, however, that one for some reason
it got wavy from the edges for some reason. Like it's just very wavy. Now the pad itself, it's flat, but like the edges, it's where it's really wavy. Not flat, like wavy.
Yeah, because the edges look wavy, but the surface itself is still flat for the most part. You can play really well with it. Like there's no bumpiness, nothing like that. No. Let's say like a MP511. You know how that's really wavy on the edges?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that's no issue. Like it actually, you can play over it and there's no bumpiness.
True.
So that the edges look wavy, and that doesn't look that good. Not only that, we also had another issue with that one. The stitching on the pink one is actually pretty clean for the most part. Like there's no, you can see where it ends, but even then, like it's pretty freaking clean. The stitching all around.
Really clean.
But the white one though,
for some reason, like it came like this. It came with like a little bit, like I guess like excess. You know what I mean? Like of the cloth or of like the stitching.
Yeah. It's
kind of just like hanging off. I'm sure I could just like snip it.
Yeah.
And then it'll be clean. But I kind of wanted to show them that this one came like this. But that's pretty much the only issues that I think that we've had, right, with them. And even then, I wouldn't even consider them to be major issues because they're still usable.
Yes, exactly. And it hasn't faded much since then.
No, it hasn't.
And the base on these things, they're actually pretty damn grippy.
Oh yeah.
They're really grippy, as a matter of fact. We compared it to another mousepad, and I'll get into that right now. But yeah, the base is grippy. The surface is coated.
Yes.
The surface is coated, and I know we hear people say that coated mousepads are pretty bad, right? But this has to have to be one of the most consistent coatings on the mousepad.
Yes.
Because we've been using the mousepad for a week straight, right? And the mousepad, even though we're playing in the heat, for some reason, it didn't get affected by humidity, right? And I speculate it's because of that coating, because the coating is water resistant. We poured water on this mousepad, and this repelled it pretty well, right?
Yep.
And then we washed the mousepad, washed the monochrome mousepad.
Yes.
And while it didn't repel the water as well as the pink one that's not washed, it still felt the same.
Yeah, it
after
did.
washing it. It still felt the same, and it's weird because that, I don't know, I'm thinking it's the coating that makes it resistant to humidity, because the mousepad felt the same and it was hot as hell these past
Yeah,
couple days.
these past couple days have been
and
really
it stayed
hot.
very consistent. Now, how durable is the coating? We can't really say. I did ask Swipe, so if they reply, I'll go ahead and leave a comment down below telling you guys how long that coating is supposed to last. But this mouse pad's pretty good despite it having a coating. But if you guys don't like that, this mouse pad is just gonna perform like another mouse pad we've tried already.
Yeah.
And I'll get into that right now. And that is the Aqua Control Plus, the white one specifically.
Yes.
So when we got this mouse pad, the performance wise, we're like, this feels pretty good, but it feels similar to something we have tried before. And there's only so much you can do with mouse pads. Eventually you're gonna run into mouse pad that feels similar to other mouse pads, right?
Yeah.
And this mouse pad is really identical to the Aqua Control Plus. Now the only difference that this one has is that water resistance, because when we pour water in this mouse pad, it really deflected when they had the coating, right?
It did.
The Aqua Control Plus just absorbed that.
It just absorbed it like right away. Yeah.
And you know what's the one issue that people have with the Aqua Control Plus? That when they sweat, it gets sticky. It gets sticky with the Aqua Control Plus.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I think people have said that. Yeah. I've actually never had an issue with that, but I guess people have it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never into issue now. I feel like because it's water resistant, people won't have that issue as much because it'll be deflecting the freaking your sweat from the surface. Now I can't say exactly if it will do that, but
if somebody buys a Swipe, right? And if you guys have that issue, please let us know if it actually does do that. Please, you know. Yes. But even then, right?
Yes.
The coatings that these mouse pads have are not bad because after I watched this one, right? Because I watched which is it called? The monochrome one.
Yeah.
And so once I was done washing it, some of the coating did go away, and the pink one was actually a little bit more water resistant than than this one, right? But that just to me it made it seem like this mouse pad, like the surface itself is actually pretty dang good, dude.
Yes.
Because it didn't really change. Like the coating really wasn't. Like, how do I tell you? Like the coating didn't affect how the mouse pad felt. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, look, I'll put it this way. There's cloth pads that don't have a coating, like the QCK.
Yes.
And those change within like 2 weeks or like a week. You can almost feel that change. Even with the temperature, it just changes drastically.
Yeah, it is.
This one didn't.
No, this one didn't. This one was actually very consistent. It felt good.
Yes, and it does have a coating. Yes, it does have a coating, but the coating, we washed it once and it felt the same.
It felt the same, dude. Yeah.
Now, this one, if you like the Aqua Control Plus, the white one, you should really look into these, because one complaint that people have about the white one is that it gets dirty real easily. It gets dirty real easily.
It does.
And it turns yellow after a while because it's a white mouse pad. It's gonna get dirty naturally. These mouse pads, even if you get them dirty, they won't look as bad as the white one. So if you like the white Aqua Control Plus, this is, in my opinion, an upgrade from that, because not only does it lay flatter than the Aqua Control Plus,
it does lay on flat.
the base is also better. Actually, we demonstrated. You freaking move the freaking base on it.
I moved the table with it.
Yes,
with the Aqua
with this
Control
base.
Plus, it just moves like by
it
itself.
moves all over the place.
Yeah, like you could almost no force on it.
It's also thicker than the Aqua Control Plus. This is 4 millimeter thick. That one is 3 millimeter thick. But performance wise, it didn't really affect it. The things really didn't affect it.
No, it didn't. It felt like an Aqua Control Plus, honestly. Because like I played with both, and I was like, they feel the same, really.
Yes, the only difference is that one does get affected by humidity.
Yes, the Aqua Control Plus does. Like, you could tell, you know what I mean?
Yes, you could tell.
With this one, I really couldn't, honestly. I kind of had a hard time to tell if they get affected or not, honestly. So. Dude,
I remember being over here, because I remember I'm in the AC, right? And you're over there where you're at, it's warmer, right?
Yeah.
So I play on the AC. I was going back and forth with the mouse pad, with the mouse. It feels pretty good here on the cool. Let me go try it over there.
And my room is significantly warmer.
It's hot.
Especially like these past days.
Yes, I'm telling you, yeah. And so I went to the back and I moved the mouse around. Like, holy crap, it feels the exact same. Yeah. So these mouse pads are, from what we could tell so far, they're durable.
Yeah. And the coating, again, the coating really didn't affect how the mouse pad felt. You know what I mean? Because it didn't feel, like a long tin. The long tin feels really nice. The long tin feels really good.
Yeah.
But as soon as that coating wears out, it's not the best feeling mouse pad, right? I'm not saying that's terrible, but again, it's not the best feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This one, the coating, I washed it. The coating wore off somewhat. Still felt the same.
You know what? We're gonna try ahead and test these for the long run to see how the coating is in this. For like
for even longer.
2 weeks,
yeah,
like 2 more weeks to see how it holds up.
Yeah, because sometimes we have a slow video schedule because like we use mouse pads. We use them for a week and like. Yeah. And it's funny because like people, you know, like they come to my stream and they're like, "Hey yo, like so what mouse pad are you using now?" You know, and every week, like if you go to like if you go check out my stream every week, I have a different pad up there. Yeah, it's literally not the same one. So you know that's funny. I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and I feel like it'll be a good idea for us to test these surfaces like put like an extra 2 weeks and see, and then we're gonna go ahead and pin a comment down below, see how it's changed, but. During the whole week, and God knows we put over at least 40 hours in these mouse pads. At least,
and that's being generous. Yes. Being honest.
For the most part, it stayed the same. Swipe. This is their second mouse pad. For their second mouse pad, I actually think they did a pretty good job. Because now the only thing I like to see for them is the consistency on the pads. Because this one laid down flat. It was pretty much perfect. Like the base flat, no stitching. The stitching was perfect. Everything was good. That one, however, did have 2 issues: the waviness and the stitching. Then it come a little bit of stitching fraying off, stuff like that. But other than that, dude, damn, these are good mouse pads, dude. And the price on these mouse pads are $30, and Auto Control Plus is $30. In my opinion, this is better than that Auto Control Plus White, just because it lays down flatter, and it's not gonna get as dirty. So
it's not,
yeah. In my opinion, this is an upgrade. So if you guys are interested, we're gonna leave links down below to check them out. But yeah, you have anything else to say?
Not much other than so I personally never heard about Swipe.
Yeah, dude.
But this is like the first pad or no?
This is their second pad. They have a cloth one. You check that one out too.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Good job, honestly. Good job. They're what? It's $30.
$30.
So same thing as in Auto Control Plus, right?
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm being honest, in my opinion, right? This is just the better Auto Control Plus.
Yeah, so, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Again, links to everything will be down below. This is Gus.
And Carlos from Hardware Unplugged.
And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.